Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Noah, your host, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by a wonderful guest, Eloise.
Thanks for having me, Noah. It's great to be here and dive into such a fascinating topic.
Absolutely, Eloise. Today we're tackling a question many of us ponder, the age-old debate between city living and countryside living. Both offer such distinct advantages, don't they?
They really do. It's not just about where you live, but how it shapes your daily life and even your values. It truly comes down to individual preference.
That's so true. When you think about it, what immediately comes to mind as the standout benefits of, say, city life?
Well, for me, the sheer convenience is undeniable. You have everything at your fingertips, from shopping malls to a vast array of services. It's all just so accessible.
And that accessibility often extends to transportation, making that fast paced city lifestyle feel even more efficient, right?
Exactly. Public transport is a game changer, making commutes and getting around incredibly efficient. It really supports that dynamic, on the go way of life.
So, beyond just getting around, does that quick access to everything also contribute to a better work life balance in a way?
Absolutely. When you can quickly grab groceries, run errands, or meet friends without long travel times, it frees up so much of your day. It definitely enhances daily living and can make managing a busy schedule much easier.
That makes a lot of sense. But then on the flip side, you have the countryside, which offers a completely different set of appeals. What immediately comes to mind when you think about the advantages of rural living?
Oh, the peace and quiet, without a doubt. It's a stark contrast to the city's hustle. You get clean air, abundant green spaces, and just a general sense of tranquility that's hard to find elsewhere.
And I imagine that sense of calm extends to the community as well. Is there a different kind of connection with neighbors in the countryside?
Definitely. There's often a much closer knit community feel. People tend to know their neighbors, and there's a real sense of mutual support. It creates a very warm and welcoming environment.
It sounds like it fosters a slower, more deliberate pace of life, which I know many people are actively seeking these days. So, given these distinct advantages, do you find yourself leaning towards one over the other, or is there an ideal blend you envision?
That's a great question. Honestly, I'm always looking for the best of both worlds. My ideal place would be somewhere quiet, surrounded by nature, but still conveniently close to shopping malls and essential services.
That desire for balance is something I hear a lot. It almost sounds like you're describing suburban living, which often tries to bridge that gap between urban convenience and rural serenity.
Exactly. Suburban areas often offer that middle ground, providing more space and greenery than the city while still having access to amenities. It's a compromise that works for many.
And with the rise of remote work, I wonder how much that's influencing people's choices. Are we seeing more people able to choose where they live based on preference rather than proximity to an office?
Absolutely. Remote work has been a huge disruptor. It's given people the freedom to move further from city centers, seeking out that tranquility or more affordable living without sacrificing their careers. It's a significant shift.
That's a fascinating point. But as more people move to these suburban or ex-urban areas, does it also bring up concerns about urban sprawl and the environmental impact of expanding development?
It certainly does. Sustainable development in these growing areas becomes crucial. We need to think about infrastructure, green spaces, and how to grow responsibly to avoid negative environmental consequences.
It's a complex issue, balancing growth with preservation. And I imagine real estate trends are really reflecting these changing preferences, aren't they?
They are. We're seeing shifts in demand, with some suburban and rural markets heating up, while certain urban areas are adapting to new needs. It's a dynamic landscape, reflecting what people truly value in a home now.
Clear there's no one size fits all answer, and what works for one person might not work for another. It's all about finding that personal sweet spot.
Precisely. It's a very personal decision, and it's constantly evolving as our lives and priorities change. The ideal living environment is truly unique to each individual.
Well, Eloise, this has been such a rich discussion. It really highlights how the choice between urban pulse and rural calm isn't just about location, but about lifestyle and what we truly value.
It really is, Noah. We've touched on everything from the undeniable convenience of city life to the profound peace of the countryside. It's clear there are compelling arguments.
Absolutely. And it's fascinating how that desire for balance often leads people to consider suburban living, trying to get the best of both worlds, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes, and the rise of remote work has truly reshaped that landscape, giving so many more people the freedom to prioritize what matters most to them, whether that's space, community, or access to nature.
It's a powerful shift, but as we discussed, it also brings up important considerations about sustainable growth and how we expand our communities responsibly.
Exactly. It's not just about where we live, but how we ensure those choices contribute positively to the environment and the fabric of our society.
Ultimately, it seems like finding your ideal home is a very personal journey, one that evolves as our lives and priorities change. There's no single right answer.
That's the key takeaway, I think. It's about understanding your own needs and finding that unique sweet spot that truly feels like home.
Eloise, thank you so much for sharing your insights and making this such an engaging conversation. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me, Noah. It was a wonderful discussion.